So when Barak showed up in these emails years later asking Epstein about cyber tech opportunities and the recruitment of people from Unit 81, that's not out of place, that's continuity. That's an old relationship being activated for a new purpose. Now consider who Barak was and what he represented. As a former Prime Minister and former Defense Minister of Israel, he sat on top of the state's most sensitive intelligence and military structures. He oversaw units that later became the backbone of Israel's offensive cyber industry. When he leaves government and steps into private tech, he isn't entering a different world, he's stepping sideways into a commercial extension of the state. His involvement with Reportee, later renamed Carbine, fits perfectly into that pattern. Carbine markets itself as an emergency services platform, but its core is geolocation and data access technology built by people connected to Unit 8200, Israel's shady and secretive signals intelligence agency, whose alumni populate Israel's cyber export sector and, of course, have gone on to work elsewhere in places like Meta. And this is where the Pegasus context comes in. People forget the scale of Israel's cyber export problem because they get hung up on NSO as if it were just one company that went rogue. But the Pegasus project confirmed that NSO spyware had been deployed against around 50,000 phone numbers worldwide. Its use was documented in at least 50 countries, targeting journalists, dissidents, political opposition figures, and human rights activists. And there have been multiple follow-up investigations showing other Israeli companies, such as Kandiru, a company that shares its name with an Amazonian fish that does deeply unpleasant things to you if you happen to pee in the river, were running similar tools as well. The reason this matters to Barak is that he comes from the ecosystem that produces the talent these companies rely on. So when the leaked emails show Barak discussing startups staffed by Unit 81 veterans, well, the implication is obvious, or should be. He was trying to build or finance the next generation of exactly the kind of offensive tech that Israel has already been exporting. And this is the part where the strands start to converge, because Barak does not go looking for funding through public channels. He does not apply for state grants. He does not open discussions with Israeli institutions that would require transparency. He goes straight to Epstein, who then goes straight to the Rothschild bank. And that decision tells you everything. It tells you that Barak wanted capital that wasn't scrutinized. It tells you he wanted partners who understood secrecy. And it tells you he wanted to commercialize intelligence-adjacent expertise without the Israeli state being publicly involved. And now you can see why the leaked emails matter, can't you? Because the leak isn't revealing that Barak wanted to build cyber tools. We already knew he was involved in that space. It isn't revealing that Epstein connected powerful people. We already knew that too. It isn't revealing that Rothschild Banking did business with Epstein. We already had that in black and white as far back as 2019. What the leak reveals is that these three strands were not separate. They were all part of the same pipeline.